What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Spoilgun. Today we're going to talk about the Warriors of the Sky / Spider-Man update that we just got. And I know I haven't put up any videos, guys, as far as the patch notes and whatever. And that's because I was pretty underwhelmed with what I saw. I didn't really see anything that really shot me over the moon. I mean, really the only expectations I had were for Miles. But then some leaked information came out, which actually made Miles less relevant. I mean, still relevant, but less relevant. So it actually lowered my hype as far as he was concerned. And as far as these two characters, whenever they changed Shadow Shell to a speed type instead of a universal, I mean, now she's a speed female, so she's going to be in contention with Black Widow because that's the other speed tier 4 that we have available in the game. So a lot of people are going to be comparing her to Black Widow. And in all honesty, guys, she's going to have to shine tremendously in order for people to want to tier 4 her, especially if they already have Black Widow tier 4 up. Now, I've been playing with these characters quite a bit. I've actually got to test them quite a bit. And I can tell you guys my essential impressions of these characters is War Tiger is just an AC character. He's just going to be an AC character. He's not very strong. He's not very powerful. Matter of fact, I did runs with all these characters against Null, and all of them have no Urus, and all of them have like a stage 6 Power Bringer Hulk Sev. All of them have a 140 proc. Every single one of them. The only difference is one's an energy-based character in Shadow Shell, which, you know, I do have more energy attack than physical attack. This is an account with 22% Pierce, but War Tiger here is definitely the weakest amongst them. I mean, he's just going to be AC, mainly because of his ignore iframe, his heals that he has built into his kit. And that's pretty much it, guys. He's a really easy character to play. He's very proc-friendly for the most part. 4, delay, 5, and you can pretty much get all the damage from him. He's got a lot of survivability with his 3, you know, having the immunity. That's really nice. And it's nice that he's got the critical rate in an attack buff, but it really isn't enough for the character, especially Shine PvE, especially because he's a combat character. You know, that was a big thing with War Tiger. When I saw him, I thought that he was going to get kind of shafted on, and in my opinion, he did get shafted on. The combat characters, especially combat superheroes, you know, we have Venom, we have Moon Knight. They got to be OP as hell to shine or shine in other places. And I don't think he's going to be very good in Timeline. He just doesn't have the HP pool. He really doesn't have the damage either to compete with the other Timeline metas. So in my opinion, War Tiger just, unfortunately, guys, is going to be a forgotten about character. I do like that they gave him a heal here. That's really nice. 3% attack buff. There's a lot of good things about him as far as what they did. I mean, the uniform effect. Increases chain hit damage. I mean, decrease base damage received. I mean, make him really tanky. Like I said, guys, he's really built for AC because he does have a good iframe in his kit. He does have all the built-in heals. There's the ignore iframe on the 3rd skill, right? He's also got 30% chance to penetrate on his skill, so he's really going to be designed for that. I just don't think he's going to compete very well in Timeline, which does kind of suck. His skills are pretty cool, right? His skills are pretty awesome, and he is a simple character to play, and he will have a lot of survivability as far as playing with him, you know. And I'll do separate videos on these characters, but, I mean, literally, guys, it's 4, he throws down, and then go into this skill, right? You want to cancel the Awaken skill immediately, guys, because that thing doesn't do any damage worth a damn. It's just both the Awaken skill, Shadow Shell, and War Tiger cannot be canceled. You got to let them play out. And from what I've seen, it just looks like you get the most damage whenever you just cancel the Awakened skill. I mean, if you get that damage proc here on the 5th skill, you can do pretty good. So, I mean, literally, right, you gotta be pretty damn fast in order to cancel the Awakened skill. Let me see if I try it again. I'm trying this on my emulator. Oh, yeah, what? No, yeah, no, we still got the damage proc. Yeah, okay. But you got to cancel it pretty damn quick to get all the damage from the thing. You know, which is, you know, it's a shame that once again he got shafted on, but, I mean, that's Netmarble for you. And then we get into Shadow Shell. Now, Shadow Shell is unfortunately in contention with Black Widow. Now, I think this uniform looks awesome. Like, I love this thing. I think it's so beautiful. I love the emblem on her dress, which is awesome. I mean, it's nice, man. She looks great, guys. Seriously, aesthetically, so beautiful. And she's a very easy character to play. Very, very simple character to play. Very, very easy, right? You're also going to want to cancel her Awaken skill as well to get that damage proc on your other skills. She'll just do more damage, at least from the testing I've done, you know. And, you know, she's really, I mean, she can move around with the 1 skill. That's nice. I mean, they did some things for the character. The increased base attack by 50% is nice, so you definitely want to use that in your rotation. The heal on the 4 skill is also really, really nice. Also has invisibility and targeting, which is really wonderful. So your opponents don't even see you. That's actually really awesome. Good for her survivability. And then they change her accumulation from based on how much damage you take to how much damage you deal, which is awesome. You can cancel skill, get all the damage, and it's nice. And you can immediately cancel that 4 skill. The 3rd skill, you do got to delay it just ever so slightly, but that's about it. But she also has decreased base damage speed by 25%. And this applies to all allies, all warriors of the sky, which is nice, making your other characters pretty damn tanky, right? And her skills are beautiful. But I have seen some gameplay where people were using her, they were using her 3rd skill, and they were just canceling it immediately. And if you do that, you're going to lose all the damage from. Well, no, I guess you won't. No, I guess you won't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. No, no, no. You can just cancel the 3rd skill immediately. My bad, my bad. So you can literally go 3, 4, 5. Or sorry, 3, 4, 5. I meant to hit the 3rd skill there. Again, playing on my emulator, right? But you can literally go 3, 4, right? 3, 4, awaken skill 5. And that's pretty much what your rotation would be. Then it would just be 3, 4, 5. You can throw in the 2 in there if you want. It does have a little extra damage, some extra hits in there, but not too shabby, right? Her tier 4 skill provides a lot of extra damage, you know. The increase all attack is nice, right? That's pretty damn sweet, but there's really no form of survivability in her tier 4, whereas Black Widow does have a lot of survivability in her tier 4 with the missing attacks, which is awesome, guys. But from what I've seen, you know, shout out to Free to Play Adventures. He did a video where he was showing Shadow Shell, you know, being able to do stage 50 against Jean Grey. But I mean, guys, that's against Jean Grey. How many players are going to be doing that? You know, I really think that the only players that are going to care about leveling up Shadow Shell or tier 4ing Shadow Shell are the players that don't have tier 4 Black Widow or the players that are not working on tier 4 Black Widow, because Black Widow, guys, on my account, can almost max out ABX as it is. She can get like 11.6 to 11.8 million, and that's with a regular rage. If I put a Reforged rage on her, she probably could cap out. And as far as ABL, I mean, really the score that people are trying to go for is 6 million, unless they're super competitive and really want to try to max out ABL. I think a lot of people are probably going to skip on Shadow Shell just because of the fact that they might have Black Widow, or they're working on Black Widow, or they prefer Black Widow because she's just a more popular character, right? She's a native Marvel character, so a lot of people are going to maybe go for her instead. I mean, doesn't mean Shadow Shell isn't awesome. She's really a great character, but I feel like players are going to skip her really mainly for those reasons. And honestly, guys, it's the same old song and dance with her. She needs her tier 4 guys to really shine. It's the same old thing. So, yeah, that's kind of where she stands at this point, man. Her uniform does give her increased skill damage, which is nice for her for extra damage. I mean, she looks like she's going to be stronger than Black Widow, but by how much? How much of an improvement are you going to get in ABX and ABL, and will it be worth it? That remains to be seen, guys. We'll wait for those videos to come out as far as how much damage she actually does. If she surpasses Black Widow by a large margin, I probably would change my opinion and say, well, maybe it would be worth it. But if not, then, like I said, guys, I can pretty much almost max out ABX right now. And if I reforge a rage, I probably could with my Black Widow. So there is that. And then we have Miles. Now, Miles is in a pretty wacky position because, you know, he is a spider character. Now, we're going to, and he is freaking strong. This is an OP uniform for this guy. I mean, like I said, guys, the builds are exactly the same on all these characters. 140 proc on all of them, you know, stage 6 overdrive or a power bang Hulk set on them. And man, Miles is the strongest out of the 3 easily. Now, obviously, when Shadow Shell is at level 80, whenever she has her tier 4, she's going to be stronger. But Miles, man, seriously, a standalone character, he is freaking strong. He is freaking strong. Like, he is an OP character, and he's super fun to play, and he's fairly proc friendly. Like, and his tier 3 is nuts. You can cancel this thing immediately. It gives you the accumulation, and obviously you're going to want him tier 3 to get the accumulation, but you're going to want him tier 3 anyways, because in all honesty, guys, for a character to have any kind of shine, whether it's for support or for a damage dealer, they need to be tier 3 or awakened so you can use them in World Boss Legend and other content in the game. And Miles is awesome, guys. And I do think this is a uniform worth buying, not only because he's actually a super, super standalone, strong character. I mean, guys, they kept his damaged supervillains, which is awesome, by 120%, but they buffed him up bigger than crap. And he's a pretty easy character to play. They gave him the extra damage by 35% on his third skill and the critical rate by 20%, which is awesome, right? And this lasts for 8 seconds. So you can literally give him lower critical rate. You can literally give him 55% critical rate and he'll max out his critical rate. And then his fourth skill has a damage proc on it. You want to land a proc on that skill. His fifth skill does give him a 20% heal, which is nice, and the barrier. He's actually got some really good survivability. The only thing bad about Miles is he gets knocked back a little bit because he doesn't have any super armor in his kit. That's kind of the only thing that sucks about him, but man, he is still OP. He's already got ignore target dodge in his kit and the lightning damage. I mean, he's fun, guys. Like, he is sweet. You just got to make sure that you delay the fifth skill, and that's pretty much it. Just delay that fifth skill. Now, so, I mean, I haven't worked out a solid rotation for him. I'm going to do that on playing on my phone because I'm emulator. It's hard for me to cancel skills really fast due to the lag. But you can literally go 3, 5, web show up, and then go into the 4. And man, he will put out some serious damage. And whenever the tier 3 is ready, you can just go, 3, tier 3, 5, and then 4. And woo! The damage is nuts. And let's just take a look at the tier 3 guys really quick because it's really cool. Like, this thing is spectacular, right? No pun intended, but look at this thing, right? It is sick. The black webs. Oh my god, I love it. This thing is awesome. And I love the fact that you can cancel the thing immediately. Like, it's a uniform worth buying, guys, because seriously, he is strong. I'll show that in another video, but he is strong. He's got a lot of damn power, and he's a fairly simple character to play. Now, the thing that hurts poor Miles is the fact that, this is what's also nice about him. 70% increased attack to Spider-Man. And this is the reason, and this is the thing that's going to hurt the character the most. Players are more than likely going to level this character up because he's going to offer support to Spider-Man, who has been leaked to get a tier 4. Right? On the Japanese forums, they're showing Spider-Man having a tier 4. And that makes sense because we're getting Miles right now, so we're probably going to get Spider-Man tier 4. And knowing that, people are just going to use Spider-Man instead of Miles for their damage dealer because Spider-Man will have the level 80. He's got the leadership tag like Miles. He's got the agility tag like Miles. So he's going to fit all the same requirements as Miles is. So you can be able to use Miles with Spider-Man. So people are just going to use Spider-Man instead. That's the thing that hurts the character, right? But it doesn't mean he isn't awesome. Like, this dude's really, really strong and really an amazing character. And again, I do think it's a uniform worth buying for him because, I mean, you can use him as a sub DPS, but you can, and this is nice too, they increase basic attack by 30%, chain damage by 10%, that's really nice. I mean, he is strong, guys. He's got a lot of damn power. This character did stage 24 null, like, in a minute and 30 seconds without any support with this build. With this build, he did that. That is pretty damn nuts, man. That's very, very strong, really powerful character, and really the standout character is just that, knowing that, and knowing that Spider-Man is getting that tier 4, that's what's gonna, that's the thing that hurts this character, but at the same time is good for this character because he can be used as support for Spider-Man. It's just that you won't be using him as a damage dealer, although you can if you want to. I mean, Miles is pretty damn awesome, guys, and it is a uniform that I would recommend. We also had the addition of the Stage 13 or Sector 13 dispatch mission, which is nice. Get some extra rewards from there. That's actually really, really good. But really, the update, guys, feels pretty lackluster for me. I mean, it really sucks that War Tiger, once again, is going to get the shaft, Shadow Shells, in this really wacky predicament where they changed it to a speed, and she's going to be compared to Black Widow, and like all the things I talked about earlier, guys. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see how this goes. And then Miles, man, Miles is awesome. He really is freaking, like, I was using his leadership in the run, guys, that I showed a screenshot to in this video. I was using his leadership, which doesn't buff him up at all, with no support, right? A minute and 30 seconds in the first phase against Null, against stage 24, with no supports, no leadership, no nothing, and crappy strikers on top of it. I mean, really, really impressive damage from Miles. Shadow Shell, easy to play, very fun. Okay, survivability decent. I think in higher stages, probably going to have a little difficulty. And War Tiger, really good survivability, but the damage is lacking, going to be an AC character. So guys, as more videos come out, we'll see more and more, just how good like Shadow Shell is going to be at tier 4, especially in ABL and ABX, and see how much more of an improvement she is over Black Widow, and if it really will be worth it to actually try to tier 4 this character, especially if you already have tier 4 Black Widow, because tier 4 materials are so hard to come by, and we really have to be reserved as far as leveling up these tier 4 characters. Miles is a win-win in my opinion, and War Tiger again is got the shad. Unless you're AC oriented, then you're going to be pretty happy with them. So guys, let me know how y'all feeling about this update. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. G2+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.